ಧೈರ್ಯ ಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಶಿಲೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗಟ್ಟಿ, ಕಲ್ಲು ಅಂದರೆ ಕಲ್ಲು ಗಟ್ಟಿ. ಆ ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಕಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರ್ತಿನ ಕೆತ್ತಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿ ದೇವರು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೊಡೆದು ಅದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಮೂರ್ತಿನ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಆತ್ಮ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಗೆ ತಾನಾಗಿಯೇ ಅದು ಅಂಟಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಆತ್ಮ, ಜೀವಾತ್ಮ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ, ಆತ್ಮ. ಇವು ಈ ಹಸ್ತಕ್ಕೇನು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ, ಈ ಹಸ್ತಕ್ಕೇನು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ, ಈ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ, ಈ ಕಣ್ಣು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಆತ್ಮ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ, ಜೀವಾತ್ಮ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇವಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಮೂರು ತ್ರಿಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು. ಅದನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಕಲ್ ದೂರ ಬಿಡ್ತಪ್ಪ, ರಕ್ತ ಬಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದಾಗೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಸಾಧನೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳು ಯೋಗಾಭ್ಯಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಟ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಆಗಿದೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕ್ಕೆ. ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ ಹೋಗಿ.
पवमान अदाभ्यः एष देव विपन्यभिः पवमान ऋतायुभिः हरिर्वाजाय मृज्यते एष विश्वानिवार्या शोरो यन्निवसत्प्रभिः पवमानस्य
Yes, I'm born into a tradition, a religious tradition, where we believe that the human soul and the universal soul are different, but the human soul ultimately can reach the ultimate soul. That's the philosophy behind our subcaste. But the tradition now has more meaning with what I do. Before I was a student of yoga, I followed the traditions because my parents taught me to. I followed the traditions because my grandparents taught me to. There was no why behind it. But now tradition has more meaning. And that I have learnt from my grandfather, because he doesn't just strictly follow the rules laid down by an orthodox system. He's not orthodox without rationale. And if there is not a meaning to it, Guruji doesn't follow it.
कौशेयवासं सीवस्साङ्गं कौस्तुभोपातिरागं पुण्योपेतं पुण्डरीकायदाक्षं विष्णुं वन्दे सर्वलोकैकनाथम् ॐ नाराय तस्माद्राय
ओम आपोषणमयो सनोरदातनमिरणाय चक्षुषयोगजोतमजोतनः स्मारकमयोनलापोजनयधाचनाग्र्याञ्जनेय स्वामिदेवताभ्यो नमः स्नानं समर्पयामि स्नानान्तरेण पयस्नानमहं करिष्ये
I don't consider myself to be a gymnast. I don't consider myself to be athletic because I don't know if this can be said on record, but I don't think my poses are not beautiful. I don't have the body of a gymnast. I don't have the grace and the ease with which they do it.
दोरी द्या रोप
बेल्ट टाइट कर रहा है.
हो
बघितलं ना किती
अजून कर अजून कर
अजून करताना
छान होतं मस्त ನೀ ಕೀಳಿ ತಲ್ಲಿನ್ಯಾ ನೇರ ತಲ್ಲಿನ್ಯಾ கீழே தள்ளியா தாத்தா
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲೆ
நான் அவன் மேல தள்ளிச்சு ரொம்ப வலிச்சிட்டு இப்போ நீ மேல தள்ளிச்சு ஒண்ணுமே
they are not experts.
नाही ते वरच ढकलले म्हटले पण there was no discomfort at all.
There was a time when my Paschimottanasana, I can't do a forward bend, I was feeling all negative about it, and then there was this something that I read or some interview, and Guruji was telling this person, you're flexible, that's the problem. If you were stiff, you'd understand what yoga is. So I like to read my Paschimottanasana in the context of that.
Body is the first instrument available to us. If there is a small pain somewhere, immediately it informs us that, oh, there is a pain. Why is this paining? And then we look at it. Have I hurt myself? Whatever it may be, from this the intelligence begins to understand. Our own pains inside, the problems inside, which makes us to understand why it's like that. Why there is no happiness? Why there is a sorrow? Why I feel unhappy about certain things happening.
If there is no affliction, do you find a right method to get rid of it? If there are no afflictions at all, What is that life? When there is some suffering, some disease or some suffering, some pain, whether physical, mental, moral, whatever it may be, what is that situation? So they are the guides, they are the thorns for you to improve your intelligence.
तो इलेक्ट्रिशियन का जॉब था मेरा, तो वहाँ पे सिर्फ काम तो रोज़ नहीं रहता था, जब कुछ बंद पड़ता है तभी काम रहता था, तभी मुझे जाके वो रिपेयरिंग करना है, आगे प्रोडक्शन चालू करना है। लेकिन उस रात एक 60 हॉर्स पावर का एक बड़ा मोटर टाइको मशीन का वो बंद पड़ गया, तो मुझे उठाने के लिए आए जो मुकादम लोग रहते, तो मैं उठा, उसी नींद में था, एक तो 2 क्वार्टर पिया था, उसी चक्कर में वो चला गया। मैं देखा वो कॉन्टैक्ट स्टार डेल्टा स्टार्टर था, उसके कॉन्टैक्ट्स गए थे, वो कॉन्टैक्ट्स मैंने चेंज किए, तो मैं चेक करना भूल गया, सीधा मोटर ऑन किया, मोटर ब्लास्ट सीधा जगह पे ही। दूसरे दिन उधर मुझे खड़ा किया ऑफिस में साहब के सामने, तो फिर वो साहब बहुत गाली देने लगा, उसने भी मुझे मारा, मैं भी उसको मारा, उसने मुझे निकाल दिया बाहर, अभी नौकरी से निकाल दिया, घर वालों को क्या जवाब दूंगा, किस कारण निकाला, क्या हुआ, ये सब, और नौकरी तुरंत कहाँ मिलेगी, कहाँ ढूंढूंगा, इतना अच्छा नौकरी था, ये सब मतलब कई सिचुएशन थे, कई तरह के विचार आने लगे थे। तो इस कारण मैं दोबारा पीने, और उसके साथ मेरा एंगर बढ़ा, उसके प्रति खुन्नस बढ़ा, वो सब मुझे याद आ रहा था बार बार। को मारने का सिर्फ प्लान था, लेकिन जान से मारने का नहीं था। फिर भी मैं कुकरी लिया था सेफ्टी के लिए, लेकिन वो नशे के चक्कर में उधर भी उसने गाली बिली देना चालू किया, उसने भी थप्पड़ विप्पड़ मारा, तो मेरे को सही नहीं होगा वो सिचुएशन पे, तो मैंने सीधा कुकरी निकाला और सपासप उसके ऊपर चालू किया। तो पोस्टमार्टम के हिसाब से 26 उसके ऊपर वार हो गए थे। फिर एरावड़ा जेल भेजने के बाद मेरे डैडी काम पे गए, तो मेरे डैडी के साथ कोई बात नहीं कर रहा है, सबको पता चल गया कि मेरे हाथ से ऐसा ऐसा हो गया है। पैसा नहीं था तो कंपनी से रेजिग्नेशन दे दिया, और जो प्राइवेट फंड था वो निकाला, जो विटनेस थे, आई विटनेस पुलिस लोगों ने बनाया था, उनको भी पैसा देना पड़ा। तो 2.5 साल बाद मेरा केस नील हो गया। मेरे डैडी ने मेरे को इसमें से बचाया। और ना ये होने वाला, लेकिन ड्रिंकिंग की वजह से, जाने अनजाने वो टेंशन तान तनाव की वजह से ये घटना हो गई। वो भी आदमी का, उसका शादी हुआ था, उसके 2 बच्चे थे, मतलब किस किस का हाई लूँगा मैं। उसका जो बॉडी है पर उड़ता था, उसके वो खून से लथपथ हुआ, वो सब उड़ता था, गर्दन ऐसे बाजू में लटकी हुई। बाहर आने के बाद वो बार बार मुझे याद आता था, तो इसके कारण मैं दोबारा शराब में घुस गया, दोबारा शराब पीने लगा, और उसके कारण घर में तो और झगड़े चालू हो गए, क्योंकि इतना होने के बावजूद मैं सुधर नहीं रहा है। मैं तो पूरी मेरी उम्मीद छोड़ दिया था, लेकिन मेरी माँ मेरे हाथ पैर पड़ने लगी। लेकिन जब उन्हें पता चला कि ऐसे ऐसे कृपा फाउंडेशन एक संस्था है, यहाँ तक सिर्फ मैं फादर जो को भी, जो मेरे हाथ से मर्डर हुआ था, ये स्टोरी बताए।
The most powerful lesson we learn from the crucified Savior is forgiveness. He looks at those who have crucified him and prays to his Father, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. How can one be able to do that? This is the power of being in touch with God, being one. In the science of our Indian philosophy, we call it to be yukta, to be one with God. That is the meaning of truly being a yogi. And that is why
पद जो है, जो मेरे जैसे एडिक्ट प्लस HIV एड्स इसमें फंसे हुए लोगों को उनको एक आसरा दे रहे.
Now lift your hands up. Upar, stretch more. Stretch. Now keep stretching. Open up the chest. Okay? In addiction, सबसे बढ़िया, the most important area is the sternum. All fear, all anxiety, all unnecessary mental stress makes this go inwards. In addiction, when in recovery, you have to come out, bring fearlessness, open up this more and more, okay? Now come on, lift the chest up, head back, sir piche, jane do piche, sir piche.
I've been a Catholic priest for the last 41 years and practicing yoga with PKS Iyengar for the last 40 years. This man that I keep on my table, he's an inspiration to me. You know, no big photographs, but just something between all my inspirations of Mother Teresa and other saints. I place him there, you know. He's always there with me. Thank God I met Guruji. Because frankly speaking, after 10 years of seminary life, there was nothing for me to understand this massive attraction towards the opposite sex. When this energy suppressed over the years bursts on their face and they do the craziest possible things, it's a disowned energy. And yoga has taught me, very specially through Paschimottanasana, which was originally called the Brahmacharyasana, has taught me what is it to feel free.
Addiction is self-will running riot, ego, ये सब ऊपर जाता है. उसको हम, we silence this.
I founded an organization called Kripa Foundation, in which I found it necessary to integrate the practice of yoga. The founding fathers of the Alcoholics Anonymous 12-step program, they did bring in a lot of psychological work, sociological dimension in the healing process, but they definitely left out the role of the body. And I see myself as bringing that dimension into recovery programs, which has made a whole lot of difference.
Good, no? Then, oh, come on, contract and push, stretch. See what happens? So you see the effect. The body never tells lies. Now see the effect of this. Automatically, this looks into the heart. You can't look anywhere else. ढीला छोड़ना. हाँ, और जाओ नीचे. फिर छोड़ दिया. फिर छोड़ दिया. Hey, तुम्हारे मन में, till your mind is closed, your body will not give in. So you have to let go here. Now come on, stretch. हे सीधा कर. आणि माझ्याबरोबर ये. ए, हात कशाला सोडतोस? हात इकडे ठेव, पकड. माझ्याबरोबर ये खाली. ए, हास ना. जा नीचे. अजून जा. हाँ, डोकं लागलं. हाँ, अभी खंदा लगा. ये नीचे, ये बदल ना. हे असं ठेव. हाँ, आणि हे जाऊ दे. काय आलं की नाही? येतं की नाही? तो ये है ना, समझा? अभी क्या आता है, क्या हो रहा है? अच्छा लगता है ना? तो मुंह पे दिखाओ.
You know something? We'll never know how to relax the body.
Open the chest.
It's very interesting to see the reflection of not only the mind, but even the soul in a yoga posture that can sometimes be sharply diagnostic. I can see the faith factor very clearly in my addicts.
They're too tense. They're not ready to surrender.
फादर जो ने मुझे एक दिन मिले, फादर बोले कि रॉयल तेरा आध्यात्मिक जीवन ठीक नहीं है। के लिए आते थे तो बोलते थे योगा में मतलब ऐसी शक्ति है कि योगा से आदमी तुरंत मतलब जगह पे आ सकता है, ये हो सकता है, वो हो सकता है, वगैरह वगैरह। मतलब चलो ट्राई करने में क्या हर्ज है।
Bend the knees, remove the belts.
I have a problem with the retina. It's a macular degeneration, which is the macula is the center of the retina, and it's totally damaged. It's genetic because my father had it in one eye all his life, so he never saw. He was blind in one eye. And I got at the age of 12 in both eyes. Like suppose they were wearing red or bright blue or yellow, I would just see a big patch of yellow and blue, and it's all blurred. The faces, of course, I would never see. I would not be able to decipher from 10 feet away. You know, I was fortunate, as my father said. I said, you have to say 1,000 times thank you, because you're so fortunate that I was born where I was born. I was not born on the other side of the wall, which was probably in the slum, and I'm eternally grateful to be born where I was born.
बम्बई में बैंड्रा रिक्लेमेशन में। जब मैं बचपन में यहाँ पे 4 महीने की आई थी, जब मैं गोद में रहती थी मेरी मम्मी के, तब यहाँ पर कुछ भी नहीं था, कुछ भी सोसाइटी नहीं थी, कोई रहता नहीं था। अब हम लोग फर्स्ट टाइम इधर आए थे तो जैसे पहाड़ जैसा था। कम से कम 16 या 15 साल हो गए हैं यहाँ पर रह के। फिर थोड़े थोड़े करके यहाँ पे बस्ती बसने लगी। फिर
उसके घर वाले तो बहुत ही वो है,
क्या
उसके तरफ से फ्री ऑर्डर।
मेरे फादर जो थे उनका डैड हो गया। मैं जब 7 साल की थी तो उनका मेरे फादर का डैड हो गया। वो शराब पीकर ही हुआ। मुहर्रम का दिन था। वो शराब की नशे में जब चेक भी किए बॉडी वॉडी तो शराब का ही निकला था सर। शराब की नशे में एक जगह पे उनका डेड हो गया था। तो कहीं कुछ लोगों ने आके बोला कि क्या आपके फादर का डेड हो गया। मुझे यकीन नहीं हो रहा था, लेकिन फिर भी अब नहीं बोल सकती आगे। और अगर शराब मेरी ज़िंदगी में नहीं होता तो मैं अच्छे ही घर में होती, भले से ठीक नहीं लेकिन इससे अच्छे घर में रहती थी। पीछे कचरा पड़ा रहता है, गंदगी होती है, टॉयलेट जाने के लिए जगह नहीं रहती तो बाहर टॉयलेट जाते हैं, मैदान में ही जाते हैं, इधर मैदान में जाते हैं। और कोई पीछे पार्क के साइड चला जाता है, और जिससे और भी गंदगी होती है और बड़ी बड़ी बीमारी पकड़ती है। बहुत मुसीबत से घर का काम चलाना पड़ता है, पानी नहीं रहेगा तो। फिर पानी सुबह 5:30 बजे से 10:30 बजे। मम्मी ने बहुत स्ट्रगल किए और रात दिन का काम करना। फिर किसी ने, मैं जब फादर का डेड हुआ तो वहाँ किसी ने बताया कि माहिम में बहुत अच्छा ऑर्फनेज है। वहाँ पर डालो, आपकी बच्ची की लाइफ बन जाएगी। बहुत ही अच्छा ऑर्फनेज है।
They come from the poorest of the poorest starter of society. And the girls of 7 and 8 and 9 are kidnapped, raped, sold, and are put into brothels. And they get them married at 15. By the time they've had 3-4 kids, they divorce them, and then they're out on the streets with absolutely no financial stability and totally destitute. That cruel world outside, you know. She has no protection. She has nothing. I run an orphanage which my father ran since 1952.
बिफोर टाइम मैं रोती थी और बोलती थी कि मम्मी को कि लेके आ जाओ, नहीं रहने का है।
I take them all at the age of 6. They've left their mothers. Many will cry, but it won't last for more than 4, 5, 6, 7 days, maybe a week or 2 weeks it takes them to break them in. They don't know how to eat, they don't know how to sit, they've never seen a toilet, they stand and do whatever they've got to do. They don't know how to speak, they are like hooligans, they fight, they are absolutely knowing nothing of the street. So it takes us a good 6 months to train them. And we give them an education, and we give them a lot of extracurricular activities, and try to empower them in life in whichever field they may be good at. What is Parshvakonasan? What do you have to make there? Beautiful square. Everybody knows the square? Okay? Is this a square? No. Is this a square? What is a square? Now, is this a square? Yes. Okay, so everybody look at the square and left leg straight, okay? Come on, feet together, jump, 4.5 feet. And yoga is also a very important aspect of the institution. We make sure that the girls do yoga. As yoga has helped me so much in my life, I want to share with them and give them something to hang on to. Square and take the hand down on the outside of the leg. And other arm up, over the head. What is this? You need to widen a little more, yeah. Top arm up and roll, yeah, this way, roll. Stretch leg straight.
التحيات لله والصلوات والطيبات السلام عليك يا أيها النبي السلام علينا وعلى آل عباد الصالحين آمين آمين.
This trust was formed for the Muslim minority girls because they do not like to educate the girls. So that was my big battle, to stick to girls.
No.
As much as we don't like it, it's a reality. Okay? This is happening in the city of Bombay. We are 16 million people, out of which 8 million people live in the kind of slums that you saw. And so even I may help 70 girls, 80 girls, but it's minuscule. I mean, it's like a drop in the ocean. But at least the drop, those little faces that I have in front of me, those girls, at least I've protected them from some evil force out there, you know. It's, as I said, it's a tiny drop in the ocean, but at least you can help those girls, you know.
It's surprising that words like guru and lotus position have only been part of our language, well, British language, since the 60s, when Yogacharya Iyengar brought yoga to Britain. Mr. Iyengar rarely leaves India, and he's recognised as the master of yoga. And we're absolutely delighted to have him with us now to give his first yoga demonstration in 10 years.
I'll show you the head balance.
Mr. Iyengar, how old are you?
66 running.
I think you put a lot of people to shame. Why did you start yoga?
Well, I was not keeping in good health. I was suffering from tuberculosis. So there was no medicine in those days. So I took to yoga. When I knew that I could not live, when doctor said I may not live more than, they declared that I may die at the age of 16. So I am grateful that this art was given to me.
As the farmer plows the field and makes the soil soft, the yogi, by performing these postures, plows his nerves, plows his organs, so that they can germinate and produce a better life.
God has kept me so long, I do not know how long He is going to keep me. But as long as He keeps me, I am attached to you all. How kind of you all for having extended your arms to help my village, which is completely far behind than any other village in India. I was uneducated, first of all. I am not a highly qualified person.
How much education did you actually receive?
Where, in my village or what?
In general, as in your education,
Actually, there were no school in my village at all, up to 1968. The first primary school, I built it and gave it.
Balls. These.
You can just imagine that how many villages like that or have no schools at all. There is no kindergarten school, a primary school, elementary school in my village. People are going 2 miles for their education. Which child walks 2 miles? No conveyances, nothing.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮೂರನೇ ಸಹಸ್ರಮಾನ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಆಂತರಿಕ ಒಳಜಗಳ ಮತ್ತು
ಎರಡು ಅಂಗೈನ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
It's not a joke. It's really, a painful thing. Though I have taken yoga as my mission, but language was not there for me because there was no education. I could not speak. Though I have visited London and all, I had to depend on someone in order to give some thought of my ideas.
Yoga, according to the dictionary, is a Hindu system of ascetic practice, abstract meditation, and mental concentration designed to achieve union between the human soul and the divine spirit. Perhaps you could ask Mr. Iyengar, your guru.
He is the person to talk to. I think he will tell us more. Mr. Iyengar, you will be asked many questions, which I hope you can answer better than I.
Mr. Iyengar, the concept of the healthy mind and the healthy body is, after all, a worldwide one, a classical one, certainly, as well as an Indian one. But surely there is much more to yoga than simply a system of exercises, impressive though these may be in their medical effects.
Yes. In addition, beyond medical effects also, it has a spiritual bearing.
Well, it may be a blessing in disguise in my case. In one way, I could not express my experiences. But on the other hand, it was a blessing in disguise for me. Suppose I had been educated, probably I would have neglected this subject. There was no other avenue for me to make, even to have a meal a day, except this subject which I had known. So I thought, let me build up this subject.
The important thing is not to strain.
Just to make a living. If somebody calls me, can you come and teach? I used to teach. Beyond that, what could I do? How to come out from this inferior mentality? How to transform the negative currents which was running in me to make it positive? Now Trikonasana. The body is divided equally. From here to here measure. From here to here measure. Which is long, which is short? Huh?
This is long.
This is long. This is short. Do Tadasana. With feet apart. And measure. Is it equal or unequal?
Equal.
This is equal. How is it in Trikonasana? One became long, one became short. So that's sense of direction. And now do it again. Measure. Which is, huh?
Thigh is short.
Thigh is short. Move that foot away. And now measure.
Now it has become long.
Now it has become long. You have to think why this is long, why this is short. So the body gets disintegrated. You have to remove the disintegration. Otherwise, it's just like an ordinary exercise. What you do? Yoga is to use your intelligence. Afflictions are philosophers for us. Even Yoga Sutra, second chapter, is nothing but the philosophy of sorrow. He deals what the philosophy of the sorrows are. Why use the word philosophy? Because that is the one which lifts you up. So take these afflictions as a guide for us to build a character.
I was a diseased person from childhood. I had nephritis, I had diphtheria. I used to have very often flu, etc. I was a very weak person. Perhaps that might be the base, because I was very weak, not having sufficient energy, strength, etc. I always realized that if I do headstand, shoulder stand, I can do better homework. He had no time to teach me. In those days, he was quite young and he was practicing, he was teaching also so many people. He had to look after the family. He was very much busy man at that time. So in my case, when I learned, I learned as he was practicing. I was watching that.
I never became an expert in few days. I started in 1934, the practice. I never knew which knee is straight, which knee is crooked, which took me years to understand why there's a grip here, why there is no grip here. Don't gauge of my standard of today to that when I was a beginner. Follow? So years I have suffered. And I could not even understand when I was practicing. So I got married, I guided my wife, and I used to tell my wife, when I'm practicing, see this, am I doing this correctly? Because I could not see certain parts in certain asanas. Can I see the bottom of the feet? No. I used to tell her, what is the width of the arch? Bottom arch. What is the width of the top arch? What is the length of the outer heel, inner heel? So please tell me which is long, which is short. That's how I learned.
When my mother died, he was 53, 54. Many of them just asked that why not go for second marriage? But Guruji says there could be only one wife in the life. There cannot be a second wife. And nobody can take Rama's place. That shows what was that love.
As we salute, like Thanksgiving, I also salute with my feet. Do not be frightened by seeing all the postures that it is impossible for you to perform. Believe me, when I started yoga with that wretched disease, my fingers could not even touch my knee. And with constant effort and unflowing enthusiasm, I struggled very hard.
I was a rebellion. I thought anything but yoga. This was there in my mind when I was a teenager, and I had resistance for this. It slowly went away, fortunately.
Inhale, come up. You're also like a dog. Set the whole front foot on the side. Now, Chaturanga Danda. Atom Vishwana. This is your next step. Arm straight. Paripurna Navasana. Exhale with your left. Move to the right.
When I was in school, my friends used to come to house. They used to say Guruji and say, oh, he looks like Hanumana. You know, oh, he's strong. And they used to feel that no nonsense can stand in front of him.
Just I present you one inhalation, exhalation and retention to give you an idea of how pranayama has to be done. This is inhalation.
Those who want to have spiritual pursuits, Hanuman is the best role model for several qualities that he has. Hanuman was Bhakta of Rama. Bhakti is love. He was devotee of Rama and he was Bhakta and nothing else. And that's the best way to be serving God.
he himself is a yogi. He had control over all his 5 senses. You see, that's why in every village, Hanuman temple will be there, because he protects the village.
If you love God, love for God will not create room for any other feelings. If you love God, you hate no one. If you love God, you don't dislike anyone. If you love God, you will not have enmity, animosity to anyone. That's the place of love for God, and that is bhakti.
And here to here, you have to do.
I am serving the human beings as if God exists in them. Because I consider teaching is an art, and I consider my students through teaching that I am serving God.
Whereas in Halasana, everything is on the ground. Now, do you feel any strain on the hips?
No.
No. Can you say now?
What Hanuman did for Ram, Guruji does for yoga. I mean, if you know the story, Ram asks at the end of, towards the end of Ramayana, what does Hanuman want? And Hanuman says, no, I just want to be here and be taking your name. I just want to be loving you forever. That's what I want. So Guruji's life is something like that. Because even now he says, well, I can just sit at home. If I want to, I can just sit at home. But no, I want to do this. Even while teaching, if I die, I don't care. I'm happy.
In every technical field, there are trials and errors, is it not? So how do you come to the standard of precision unless you go on, experimenting and finding faults, correcting it, recorrecting it, relearning, unlearning? Without experiment, there is no experience. So that experiment, whether it is just on the surface or have you gone deep into that experimentation do not alter at all. If that experiment do not alter at all, then it is philosophy. If it alters, that means you are still fighting to know the precision. You are not true about what you have so far experienced. So it says, again go and try. Learning, unlearning, relearning never stops.
Practice to him is as important, as much a part of him as he lives and breathes. I mean, that's what I've gathered over the years, because he just doesn't want to give up on that. It's him. It's him. I can't imagine him without practice. So when I practice with him 3-4 days a week, he comes at 9 o'clock. I join him for practice, and as long as the practice lasts, he sees me, he teaches me.
Even anterior skin develops, even the legs. Here, a bone here, the skin should move longer, extend the skin on that bone.
Okay.
Only extend the skin.
Okay.
Now anterior skin of the trunk.
I remember when he was teaching about move the skin this way, move the flesh that way, and I wondered, how is it even possible? So that was a true experience, because I thought it's not possible. And now I can sense the difference, and I know what was I thinking. Of course, it's possible. But it's about you being totally involved in what you're doing, and that's not there when I'm practicing on my own. If Guruji had not been there, I wouldn't have practiced that way, and it's my fault.
But this can move back. Body is the bow, asanas are the arrows, and the target is the self. Therefore, when we have to practice, we have to keep the body, the bow, in a proper shape, in a proper condition, so that when you charge the arrow, the bow acts very accurately. Therefore, I say that when I am teaching asana, it is my duty to see that they target this self and bring this self, not as a prey, but bring this self to spread like a mat which is spread on the floor. I want that each individual should spread this soul like a mat in the floor of his body. And that I consider precision, perfection. For the simple reason, the differentiation between the body and mind disappears, fades out at that time. And therefore, self covers the entire body. That is his frontier.
No itching.
Huh?
No itching.
90 plus, have you seen anyone, practice, be intensely involved in leave apart a senior citizen? These abilities are phenomenal, unmatched.
This fellow gets a pen. Do it. Anterior spine.
Initially, I started going just as a curiosity, trying to understand what was going on. And based on my medical knowledge, I have to analyze the yogic science. I am not a yogic expert. Okay, 10-15 years is one of the junior most Iyengar practitioners, I'll say. 15-16 years is not much according to Iyengar students. There are people learning for 30 and 40 years.
You should feel the way in which I adjust. How you feel the weight on the leg.
You see him handling a patient, he is different. You see him handle a beginner, it is different rather. You see him handling an intermediate person, it is different. You see him handling an advanced student, it is different. So that when he is dealing with a student, it is as per the requirements of the student. And you see his compassion. The brilliant example which everyone knows, I don't know whether they have thought about it or no, is the development of props,
Because in the beginning, I had to handle people with my 10 fingers only, which I did up to 1975. I started teaching in 1936. So 40 years, I used my fingers as props, my legs as props, my knees as props. So therefore, I know very well the human body because I have come in close contact with various types of people.
Force, which is known as energy.
Even in Western countries, I never use props in the beginning. I use my body only in order to make them learn.
Yogic poses, yogasanas are so intense that they are not possible even for an average individual. Leave apart average, even athletes may find it difficult. So how to modify such difficult poses so that even suffering people get relief or get healing? And the brilliant use of such, the expression of that compassion is through the form of props,
Educate yourself like that.
Feet together. I'm moved by that lady who is sitting on a wheelchair. Give me 1 minute, I will see. I'm touched by her zeal to do. So I have to be a little compassionate because I don't think anybody can help her, though there is life in her to learn. And spread this leg far away, go. Take that leg there only. Just like that. How I am touching. Now take the arms down. Leave that arm. Nothing happens. Leave. Now lift this up. Lift here up. Can you see now? She does better than you all. Can you see the line?
Teaching is still hard because in learning I use only on my body. I am a guinea pig for my own self. But whereas in teaching, I cannot use my pupils as guinea pigs. So it's a very, very high responsibility. So without injuring, without creating any sort of confusion, how to build confidence in them to accept yoga.
The groin should move and hit the side of the socket. Left groin should move towards the socket as the right arm is going down. Come on.
He says, I've been born for this, and God tells me do it. And if I don't, and I know this, I've understood this, and if I don't do it, I am cheating. So for him, it's as straight as that.
Whereas what I do, from here I charge the battery to get the gear head down. Can you see now? Now try. Watch your wrist. Vertically as well as sideways. That gives the weight on your arm.
Last year, I think Guruji must have done more than 13, 14 major tours, including his travel to China, He has been to Bangalore so many times, so many places, so many times. This is what even a youngster would get tired with, you know.
There is no door here.
Nice, highly popular.
And if you observe, it's not a straight triangular pose. Now we can understand.
When I started studying with him in 1978, when I did all the intensive courses with him, or wherever I studied with him in Rishikesh or Paris or wherever, I mean, it was the same enthusiasm and the same clarity of thought and the same dynamism, which I thought was just unbelievable. A man at 93.
Mind should be on the thighs. Heel stable. Which flesh is going up? Which frontier of the flesh going up? Near the bone or near the skin?
If one says bone, everybody says bone. If one says...
No, that means they are not observing. They are just doing. They are not purging their intelligence.
You forget the heat.
You should go up throughout Uttanasana, not the outer one. Your intelligence should be thinking of the inner flesh only, moving up. They think they are all top class students. Because the subject is such. So the subject demands a certain discipline. So that discipline I have to maintain when I am conducting classes. See, they are staying, they are not listening. They are not listening at all. Are you all deaf? Can't you hear the teacher? Why are you coming here?
Now that inner flesh rolling in, this thing where you're coming up. From the inner
See, that last one, she's doing according to her mind. She's not following her direction. See, again they are all staying here. They came from outside. You did not say. Can you see now? You come up, they came up. Can't they come from the inner flesh of the muscle?
all together. Inner thighs, from there go down. And follow my pace, you have to be a little sharp.
Hit the bottom the knees, suck the hips in and come up. Bottom the knee.
Bottom the knees and come up.
And what happened? Ask now.
What happened now?
Understood now? As if they're all dead. Their knees are dead, their hips are dead. So these are all living dead bodies. Understood now?
He's tough in his teachings. Through compassion, he's tough. He was so desperate to deliver what he had got from his own practice, his own tapas for so many years, that he just wanted us to get it. So when he got, and we didn't get it, he really got annoyed.
What I do? I revolve here. Nothing as I touch me. Even you people don't know how to revolve. That. Hey. Only from there. Base. This you should remain. Now straight. Hit back, that's all, not up.
To make that person alert and to be there in that moment to receive what he's saying, he shows that aggression.
Then go 1 inch out so that you can push that back.
Yes.
Leg is not straight. 10 years past. Straight.
Could you get that?
He has to resist.
Because naturally, the mind always plays a dual role. It wants to be with the external world more than with the internal world. So yoga is meant to go more into the internal world. So therefore, in order to control their senses of perception and the external mind, I may show little, expressions of anger, wildness.
David, 2 more boxes.
What is it? You're all practicing. What do you do? Morning 2 hours you do. Move the hips forward. See? Move it. Raise the heels up and go.
You see, mind has to exist everywhere. Its alertness is important. In your body, you have to place the mind in such a manner that mind remains alert, doesn't wander itself.
ठेव ठेवलं का टच कर पाय दाब रे इतकंच नाही थोडा ते डोके कर करता राहा असं दाब हां तुझ्याकडे ओढून घे थाईस तुझ्याकडे ओढ बरं बसलाय का तिकडे
It looks really painful. Is it painful? Is it joyful? How would you contrast this?
I am surprised. Since you asked me this question now, I'm looking back at it. 3 years ago when I used to have pain in my asanas, pain was the first thing I would look at.
Yes.
Oh, it's painful. And one day he got angry and he said, what? It's paining, it's paining. Look beyond that. Pain is just one small part which happens. I could never understand what that meant because it was so painful and the pain is so loud. It puts to silence everything else that happens. But yesterday, I don't remember the pain. I didn't sense the pain. Even when that was happening, I knew it was difficult. When he put the weight on me, when he was pressing me, when he tied me to the column.
Now, press.
Yes. Okay. No. Wooden, small one.
If somebody asks me while you're doing, is there pain? Pain comes, but I think I've learned to not give the spotlight to the pain now. Pain does not occupy the center stage in my practice now. My mind is focusing on something else.
Flat's like that. Take away from me, the pain goes off. The moment pain comes means you are hitting me.
We are doing yoga for what reason? Because you don't want to be in contact with anyone outside but the one who is within. Look at the heart. Moment you question how I am standing on my right foot and left foot, then you are in. But if you are just performing, you don't think about right foot, right bottom foot or left bottom foot, then it's more outside.
In every asana, you're aware of the arch of your toes, you're aware of your outer heel, your inner arch, your outer arch, and because you're so engrossed in how the pose should be done. And it certainly pulls you through lots of your emotions and your challenges in life, which we have plenty of it. After being married for 35 years, I faced a rejection and bad behavior from my husband, and I was suddenly left alone. It was a huge emotional turmoil. I was devastated. There were times, nights when I could not sleep. I was completely out of sync. And my yoga practice and my real yoga lifeline that was able to pull me out through this emotional crisis and regain my spirit and my courage to live by myself now. So, I mean, if I face this challenge, and this is a challenge that a lot of women face, you know.
उम्र 6 या 5 साल थी। मम्मी को छोड़ती थी, लेकिन मुझे लगता था मैं निकल जाऊँ।
कहाँ निकल जाऊँ?
वहाँ से निकल जाऊँ। मम्मी की याद आती थी बार बार, ऐसा लगता था कि मैं निकल जाऊँ, मैं नहीं रहना चाहती हूँ। लेकिन मैं जब 5th स्टैंडर्ड में गई, थोड़ा मुझे ऐसा लगा नहीं, मुझे यहाँ पे बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिल रहा है, मैं आगे बढ़ सकती हूँ, मैं बहुत कुछ कर सकती हूँ, मुझ में है टैलेंटेड। फिर मेरा दिल वहाँ पे लगने लगा और मैं वहाँ पे एंजॉयमेंट से रहने लगी। नहीं तो पहले मैं सिंहासन इजी पोज और
Guruji has a way to teach kids, you know. It's very quick movements. We have to make it fun. We cannot teach children yoga the way you and I learned yoga. You know, because a lot of them come with emotional problems. We don't know what their psychological background is. We can't tell. We don't know what it is. So the only way to break it or get them out of it is having fun things for them, you know. We try to give them things which are fun, which they enjoy, and we try to wean them out of that emotional kind of turmoil.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I see every time they do the poses, which are tough, they find a great sense of achievement, especially the girls are doing all those difficult poses. They're all trying to strive to get those difficult poses. And it gives them, I think, a lot of courage, perseverance, and determination to be able to do those poses. And they're quite engrossed in trying to do those poses.
थोड़ी देर के लिए भी अटेंशन हो जाती हूँ, कुछ फील नहीं होता है, और जब मैं कि योगा करते वक्त हम मगन हो जाते हैं, किसी तरफ ध्यान नहीं जाता है.
Like if you said somebody has a problem, if it's somebody's stuck in it and can't get out of it and would get out of it, you know, isn't that a bondage and isn't that freedom? It's some kind of freedom. So at least you're out of that bondage. You at least attained some level of freedom where you could have been just doomed, you know, if you were caught up in that. Easy, no? Yeah. Only looking hard, no? Easy, no? Yeah. So come on, 2 more. Let's go. Come on, hand back. Chan. Is it easy, no? 2 more, 4 more. 2 more, 4 more. 4 more. Come on. Exhale. On the old ladies, go up. Exhale up. Toes in. Down. Toes down.
I used to cry, saying nothing is coming. Most restless practice for years. Because nothing was coming. Nothing was coming from inside to tell me, it's okay, it's all right. So my practice was completely dark, in the darkness. Only I knew that this is what you call the view of the asana. But the way to experience that asana was unknown to me. Therefore, I had to struggle very hard. I was like a madcap in my sadhana. 10 hours of practice a day.
What should come if 10 hours of practice you have done, like a madcap he says he's practicing, and nothing is coming over it, what should come?
Even I asked my guru, I asked so many yogis, but not one came to my guidance. So the guidance was, don't practice so hard things, forget about it. But even now I do Kapotasana. If I had listened to them, I would have lost the art. I would have lost my intelligence. My intelligence would have rested. But thank God that they could not guide me. I had to continue. I said, let me try myself. In 1961, I could not do backbend because I used to feel giddy. But in that giddiness I continued. I do 4 or 5, giddiness comes. Then let me do 1 or 2 more. Then if I complete darkness, let me stop, redo again. So that's how I learned. So I pursued the subject, and my willpower, I don't think anybody have that willpower. So you should count those things, my friend.
There's something which blocks you. Something that blocks you from doing a good thing. Something is there which stops you from learning. Something is there which is stopping you from being open. Something which stops you. So it's about removing those barriers. So even in the classes, in practice sessions, I've learned that you can't create freshness, but remove the laziness, freshness comes. It seems like asana is a situation. I'm doing Kapotasana, it's a situation. I don't want to do Kapotasana, I'm scared of Kapotasana. You have to do it, face the fear.
Closer the better.
I go into Kapotasana and I've touched my toes, that's enough. Touching the toes is not the goal. Be in Kapotasana. It's a situation.
You can't make those sounds there.
Sorry, sir. I want.
Middle glottis up.
Yes, Tata.
I once decided I'd stay in Shirshasana for a long time. I wanted to time my Shirshasana and stay for, say, 15-20 minutes. I stayed past 5 minutes, I passed 10 minutes, then I touched 15. I was very happy I touched 15. One part of me said, good, you reached what you wanted, now come down. Another part of me said, you've reached 15, let's see how much more ahead you can go. I went up to 20, my palms started sweating, my face started itching, so many things started happening. I wanted to come down, but one part of me said, no, stay on. "20, 21, 22. I remember minute by minute how the clock ticked, and then I reached the 30th minute, and I was delighted, and I came down. Good, I've touched 30 minutes. So I was very happy. And Guruji had just come down from some pose, and I went and told him that I stayed in Shirshasana for 30 minutes. And he said, oh, very good, very good. He asked me, what did you do in that 30 minutes? And I said, I stayed in Shirshasana for 30 minutes. And he said, you were up in Shirshasana, but what did you do during the 30 minutes? I was just waiting for the 30th minute to get over. So that was a big lesson.
We may also achieve the time. But what is that? That is called achievement from outside. But the real inner reach which has to come, that is totally different. So in the asana, you are doing Shirshasana, and you should be able to convert that asana into pranayamic process where the breath happens in certain manner, or then there is a pratyahara, that eyes, ears, everything, your senses of perception, the mind, everything gets drawn completely inside in that asana. Then it may get converted into that meditative state. There is a single flow. The very Shirshasana doesn't remain in pieces. It doesn't go to see the time, whether you read 25 minutes or 30 minutes, etc.
Took America. As you come down, you are going to be here and there. Lifting. Don't stop rolling. Rolling. Rhythm आले के नहीं आता है? You are playing music करना. Sudden collapse means your mind is not coordinated. If it's slowly going, that means the mind is still in contact. True. Okay.
It appears he teaches me asanas. He teaches me how to do a particular asana, how to get a particular asana, what to look for in that asana, what must not happen in that asana. But if I had to sum it up now, when I'm not practicing or when I'm not doing an asana, he's teaching me valuable concepts in life. He's teaching me how not to give up. He's teaching me how easily I am fooled by my own mind. He's teaching me he's teaching me how to search for meaning in anything that I do. He's teaching me huge concepts if I were to look back at it.
In individual consciousness is affected with everything, that's why it is small. It's affected with all desires or anger, infatuation, ego. All these things play trick with that mind. If the sky is clean, similarly the consciousness has to be also clean. Unfortunately it is not, because it is touched by so many objects. Pollution is more. Remove the pollution is big. Pollution in the form of thoughts, pollution in the form of fluctuations, and that becomes a cosmic consciousness.
Look here, detox people. Sit down. Okay? And fall back. Okay? हाँ, अच्छा आता है ना? हाँ, शराब का अभी तक बास आता है. हाँ? Detox में शराब का अभी तक बास आता है. Till now I am getting the smell of alcohol. हाँ? तो सब निकालने का है. Hey, don't crumple. Straight, straight, straight. Don't, hey, open the chest. In detox, We have to give you more oxygen. हाँ, बहुत अच्छा. समझते हैं तुला? ठीक है, अशी करायची रीत आहे का? Get up. This is wrong. Sit properly. सीधा. No, sit on the bolster. Sit on the bolster. On the bolster. Sit up. Get up, get up. Get up. Okay? Look here. ये just नुसते बघतात तिकडे. हाँ. बस. Hey, no, no. Come up slightly. Come up. हाँ, now lie down.
Iyengar yoga is a no-nonsense death process. It's not meant for people who are cowards, who are wanting to run away from reality. It's meant for people who can take up their cross and follow the path ceaselessly.
फळीला मारायचा प्रयत्न कर. मार. मार. कोपरे ताट. बरं वाटतं की नाही? आता एकदम हृदयाला हे लागतं माहिती आहे? हां. आता हां. बरोबर. अभी नीचे. Bend. Come on.
You know, maintaining those postures for that duration is walking the way of your cross. And it's so liberating that at the end of it all, you see the death and resurrection phenomenon within you. I can see the death and resurrection phenomenon within me.
And roll on your right. छान वाटतं ना? मजा येते ना? असली मजा कशात नाही. तुझं भाग्य आहे.
You touch the body. The body is the most powerful means to transform a human being.
जो पहला मेरा जीवन वो लालटेन की तरह था, ऐसे हवा लगने के बाद तुरंत बुझने के इसमें आती है, वैसा मेरा जीवन होता था. योगा नहीं था. अभी योगा, मेडिटेशन, एक कृपा 12 स्टेप प्रोग्राम प्लस RET, तो इनके द्वारा ये जो कवच है वो लालटेन के ऊपर डाला गया है. तो ये चित्तवृत्ति निरोधार, मतलब चित्त के ऊपर किसी भी प्रकार का आघात का असर नहीं होता है. ईश्वर प्राणिधान, मतलब भगवान को अपने आप पूरी तरह से सरेंडर.
सुभान रब्बियल आला, सुभान रब्बियल आला. अल्लाहु अकबर. बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन. थोड़ा रिलेट किया. हाँ.
आपका नमाज.
आसना, पोस्चर, हम अल्लाह ताला के आगे बाव करते हैं, सरेंडर करते हैं अपने आप को, वैसे ही पोस्चर में भी करते हैं. अल्लाह ताला को बाव करते हैं, सरेंडर करते हैं. अगर मैं किसी का सोची भी हूँ कि मैं अभी मेरे साथ इसने ऐसा किया, मैं ये बदला लेके रहूँगी, मैं इसको अभी तकलीफ़ दूँगी, मुझे फिर मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है नहीं जाने दे, क्या फ़ायदा लेके, क्या करेगी, तेरे को रिटर्न तो नहीं मिल जाएगी ना वो इज़्ज़त जो तेरे साथ उसने ऐसा की. इसलिए मेरे दिल में ये ख्याल आता है वो सब करते टाइम कि मुझे ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, जाने दो, छोड़ दो, उसका अल्लाह मालिक. अल्लाहु अकबर. सुभान रब्बियल आला, सुभान रब्बियल आला, सुभान रब्बियल आला.
My body is the temple, my asanas are my prayers. Because what is prayer is to surrender oneself to God. So you may go to the temple and give some apples or something like that, as a gesture of your affection. So I give the gesture of affection through my presentation. I want that each and every cell should ring the bell of the divinity. And that's me. That is my prayer.
When you are doing the asana, when you are practicing it, all of a sudden something new strikes you and you do it.
Yeah.
At that time, what is the state? That is cosmic consciousness. Then, oh, I found something, you say. So you change into individual consciousness.
Okay.
So only
you touch the cosmic. So it's always a kind of a flash.
Flash.
What stands between me, myself and the God? How can I see the God when I've got all in me, like hatred feeling, jealousy, anger? I can't see then, because it's all brought all the limitations. But the moment I remove that, I see the universal God. It's not that universal God presents himself there in front of me. No. It's my clarity. If I become clear, everything is clear. If I'm not clear, until that, nothing can be clear.
The poise in the mind. I don't use the word peace. Poise in the mind means equanimity in any upheavals, not to get disturbed is poise. It's not peace. As long as you are maintaining that stable mind in all the upheavals of emotional life, for me, that is samadhi.
Your teaching is absolutely, it's holiness without any kind of, this shell of religion and all that.
You know, God can be felt, God cannot be seen. Now you have got a back. Can you see it or can you feel it?
Only feel it.
So that's all with the God. So you cannot prove. Ask me proof, then can you prove your back when you are not seeing? That's the only example you can give. But you can feel the back. But can you see the back?
Iyengar Yoga gives me such a beautiful expression of Psalm 26. There is one thing I ask of the Lord, for this I long, to dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to savor that sweetness, to really get that oneness with the Lord.
Up.
There is an external manifestation, and inside, within, yes, there are these internal dynamics of it. And he said, the internal dynamics, everybody cannot see. So you have to go from the external manifestation. Because that is what people can see, people can experience, people can feel. Don't fool them. Don't mislead them by talking to them about the internal dynamics. So in that way, he makes it real for them.
Outer line. Which there are, the outer line should be straight, perpendicular, and parallel to each other.
Faster. Faster.
Alit matata.
See, yoga definitely a subject which not only, changes a person's mentality, that individual self-centeredness also opens the gates for them to do good at the same time for others also. The chemical changes that take place in the genuine practice, because they have experienced the love and affection, so they want to spread that love and affection.
Guruji's therapy, what we people call medical class, is a therapeutic approach.
I have seen so many patients with, multiple sclerosis and kyphoscoliosis, musculoskeletal disorders, persons with carpal tunnel syndrome, persons with cervical spondylitis, persons who have come there after cancer chemotherapy as adjuvant. It works wonderfully. So many athletes, persons with depression, persons with Parkinsonism, and several patients, who have been dubbed as unclassifiable by medical sciences.
The way of looking into that person is so deep. His eyes, like an X-ray eye, deeply penetrates and find out that this is the problem with this person.
Just the posture of an individual, the way he walks, the disposition of all the tissues, that is sufficient at a glance, So those subtle changes are very, very difficult to grasp. They are there. It's not mystic, It's a science of subtle science. Medicine would be a science of gross science. You have to have a subjective understanding of your body and a subjective understanding of the patient and the disease also. So as doctors, we fail to have this subjective understanding. It is, getting one with the patient to understand the suffering.
He's unhappy that I haven't seen something that I should have corrected. And he says, how can you not see that? It's just right there. Do this, do that, set it right.
Like that.
So how does he work with a person? He just sees. And once I asked him, it seems to me a miracle that you have an insight. Is it some divine power that you have that you can see that the liver of a person, it's turning on top, it's not turning below, etc.? He says, no, it's there for you to see. So he sees it.
Stretch your hand more and more. Still you can feel better. A healthy anatomy is quite different to a diseased anatomical structure. So dealing with medical classes, we have to pay a lot of attention in re-evaluating and re-educating the parts which go out of control. Bring the hand forward and this take back. Now you can use your strength to stretch your leg.
Now see how beautifully you are doing. So this is the controller. So no fear, you can stretch side body area. Like that.
Guruji relates to each of you, to each of us. And that makes him so much more special, because we fail to relate to people.
Break there. Smile, smile, smile. Good. Good, good, good. Now stretch your legs. Okay? Stretch your legs. Stretch your legs. अभी हंसी come on अच्छा लगता है ना hello feel good feel good or not okay good stay just there okay just stretch keep stretching no life in the body you have to bring life in the body okay you have to bring life in the body. Many of my clients or patients, if put under the scanner of the law, they would have been in prison, or they would have been on the death row. I mean, the program doesn't in any way hide a criminal or take a criminal kind of not to take responsibility for what he has done and all that. But all said and done, and mind you, they take responsibility. They really, I mean, I can say this. Wherever it has been possible, all these guys are willing to make amends. That attitude is there, that willingness is there. But who did the crime? A guy who was completely stoned, a guy who was not himself. Justice? Yes. But where on earth, who can give us perfect justice? And what is perfect justice? I said a human being at any point in time should be given a choice to come into life, come out of darkness and death.
गुड मॉर्निंग अभी अच्छा से लाइफ सेटल हो रहा है। अभी 14 मई को मेरे को 4 साल पूरा हो जाएगा अल्कोहल से दूर है कि ये सब कृपा का ही चमत्कार है। Come on, get up, doing for yoga. श्वास लेना है, छाती ऊपर उठाना है, श्वास को बाहर निकाल कर टर्न होना है। साइड से बाहर प्रेस करना है, मतलब ये ऐसा है। और जो फादर जो ने मुझे गिफ्ट दिया है योगा, और मैं वही गिफ्ट मैं अपने जैसे फादर जो ने मुझे सिखाया है उसी तरह मैं ये जो कला है वो दूसरों को बांटने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। और जो मैं उस सिचुएशन में गुजरा हूँ उस तरह से कोई दूसरा गुजर रहा है तो उसको मैं अपने योगा द्वारा हेल्प कर रहा हूँ। सही बात तो है कि मैं उनका सामना नहीं कर सकता अभी भी नहीं, कि ज़ख्म तो मैं कभी नहीं भर पाऊँगा क्योंकि एक एक मिनट इंसान के लिए कीमती होता है। तो मैंने उनके मतलब पूरा उनको जड़ से ही उखाड़ दिया है। उनका जो आधार स्तंभ था, जो उसके सहारे ही चलती थी पूरे समाज में, उनका मैंने सहारा ही खुद मिटा दिया है।
तुम्हें क्या लगता है वो माफ़ कर देंगे?
नहीं माफ़ कर सकते।
Slowly open your eyes, release your hands, start. Standing Tadasana, straight, roll the shoulder back. आसना में निकलती है सब सच्चाई। जब मैं स्टैंडिंग पोज कराती हूँ उसमें पता चलता है किसी का पैर बैंड हो रहा है। हमेशा अपने पाम्स, फीट, आर्च इस सब पे ध्यान देंगे सब लोग। अगर ताड़ासन करा रही हूँ तो कोई स्ट्रेट नहीं है डबल से तो पता चलता है। इसमें ये फ़र्क आया कि हेल्प भी करने को मेरे दिमाग में आया। नहीं तो पहले मैं छोड़ देती थी, जाने दो जो कर रहा है करने दो, लेकिन दूसरों का दुख समझने के लिए आता है और हेल्प करने को मन करता है। थोड़ा पैर पीछे से
Everybody, happy birthday to you.
They are so innocent. They don't think too much of the future. They don't think too much. It's here and now, which we should all live now. Don't think of the past, it's gone. Don't think of the future, you don't know if it's there. Whether they're dancing, whether they're doing their yoga, they're very much in the here and now. They're very much there, you know. They're always in the now. We have a lot to learn from kids.
I wish you could see how happy those kids are. I mean, I know you can feel it, but I'm telling you, there wasn't a sad face in the whole place. I'm like, how has this happened?
Wow, because they love it, you know.
He comes up. From here, he charges this region, he comes up.
I can't claim to be selfless, but I am less selfish now for sure, yes. And I am aware of this process. A long time ago, when I started the medical class, assisting in the medical classes, I had this mannerism of keeping my hands behind. Then he saw that happen a few times, and then he got angry and he said, you should be ever ready to help the person. What is this that you're walking with your palms behind your back?
Tight, buttocks up, back.
When you look at the psychology behind that, I mean, how is my mind when I'm just walking like this? And then I actually want to do it? My hands don't go behind my back these days. He says I have to give what I know. So it's unfair otherwise. What I have learned, what I have gained, I have to pass it on. Otherwise I'm being immoral.
By the time he comes, do it, because then he gets the extension.
He knows that he has been only the instrument of God. And I think, for me, that is the presence of Jesus in him. For me, quite often, I've not said this anywhere, for me, Guruji's energy is no different from the energy of the man of Galilee.
Crippled child, an unworthy child, who could not even stand on his own feet. Yoga has saved me, and not only saved me, the yoga took me and made people to get educated in yoga through me. And I'm still practicing. You can ask why I'm practicing, so that it may culture my life, because life moves. There is no death, there is no birth. Life is like a river, moving, without any stop.